me see if I can hear it clicking here. Oh man, I probably blew the fuse because I touched this. There we go, I hear it clicking. Okay. Alright, let me do a little wiggle here, make sure nothing is. I really don't like this. This plate seems like it has antifreeze in it. I don't like that solenoid, how it looked. This transmission may have to come out, and it may need to have a cooler put on this thing. But we'll see if we can get this solenoid code to go away, then determine what's next. Have a screen on the inside of that. The screen goes in, that goes in to the solenoid.
You might have walked across the street. This guy was there. There he goes. He must have walked across the street or looked at her new car. The new used car.
Okay, then this goes on
Just top some volumes.
just like that.
No, some people it works different.
Alright, so here you have it. The solenoids are in here behind this cover, and here is the solenoid pad, or yeah, the solenoid, dual linear solenoid that fits right on top of the cover. Okay, now this is a broken wire here. I'm going to run a jumper from here to the computer, bypassing the solenoid harness, the part that's in between from here and the harness, to see if this solenoid code comes back. Then we're going to go from there. I still think this has an antifreeze problem, but I'm trying to eliminate that shift solenoid code. So let's see what happens. Alright, I have the battery box, everything else in. And what I have is over here my jumper wire running to that wire that's going directly into that part there, because I am going to bypass the harness wire, and I have it running, that wire running all the way over here. It's my jumper to the computer, and the wire for the computer is right here. So I'm bypassing, again, here's the harness part. This is a green with a white stripe. Now I already told you why I changed the solenoid, because I've had issues with solenoids. If I didn't find anything definite, I don't want to be going back inside there. So I changed that in that internal wire harness. Now, if there is an issue and the computer just didn't like that solenoid, it is taken care of. If there was a problem in the wiring harness, this part will be taken care of also, because I am bypassing it. Okay, if that comes back, then that's going to make me feel that something is going on inside this computer. We go a little further. However, something still is wrong with this transmission. Again, I don't like the antifreeze smell in there, and it's possible that that antifreeze got in that solenoid and did something. I don't know, but once I get everything hooked up and take it for a test drive, I'll find out if that code come back. Alright, I'm on the road in this Honda Pilot, and so far it's doing okay. It's shifting fine, no check engine lights on, and you already know what we did. We changed the solenoid valve code, excuse me, the shift solenoid, what was it, B? Shift solenoid B, yeah. And it seemed to be okay now. I told you I was going to change that solenoid anyway. Now I changed that little internal wire harness, because sometimes I tell you the computer just doesn't like what it sees. What else? Now, you know I got that jumper wire I showed you, so I'm bypassing that wire in the harness. However, I checked that wire and it didn't have a problem. I had already checked it before I put the bypass wire on there, to see if it was a short to ground, short to power, and it was neither one of those. But I still wanted to run the jumper. So by running that jumper, I'm eliminating any guesswork. You have to do a little bit of work. Some people don't like, let me tell you something, some people don't like cutting of wires. Well, if they don't want to cut wires, they don't have to cut wires. I don't cut wires all the time, but I will cut some wires and test like I just did. I will do it. Yes, you got to do a little bit more work. Yeah, you got to put it back together. So what? The object is to finish and make it right. Alright, I'm at this gas station because, like every time, they always bring on E. So I'm at Shell here. Let me put some gas inside this thing, and then I'll take it for some more ride. Alright, now I put some gas inside this thing, move the hand a bit. Now let's get out of here. I want to hit the freeway. Want to hit the freeway, interstate, whatever you want to call it. I want to see how this thing does. Let's go. Oh, how do I get on this interstate there? They're on that bridge there. I gotta get up there. Ooh, this thing is shifting beautifully. Alright. I can go on this one. Let's go west. Let's go west. Go west. Thing is shifting fine. So what I don't like about it is that antifreeze smell I smelt in there, and I don't like the way that shift solenoid B looked. I do not like that. So I'm gonna have to tell them they're gonna have to. Now here's a time when they may have to flush this thing, get all of the, you know, I mean, you can't just drain and fill, because there's going to be something in the torque converter. That's the bad thing. And if they flush it, the filter is in this stupid transmission. You can't take that out unless you take the whole transmission out and then take it apart. I don't know how long this may last, this transmission, but let's see here. I don't know. No check engine lights. Still shifting like it's supposed to. Hit the road. I'm gonna have to customers, I know some, they, oh, how much just to put a transmission in? You have to diagnose problems. You have to know, okay? A lot of times they say the customer is almost always right, but I'm here to tell you that 99% of the time they're wrong. Now, what is that car doing? Did you? Wow, that white car is just running all over the place. Almost hit me. Look at it. Look at that white car there. What is it doing? Is it? It's just running all into people. Is he drunk or something? There was a lady inside there. And you got this car here all tattooed out. Let me get from around these people, boy. These people can't drive. I won't be able to fix nothing. I gotta get away from him. Look at this camera. Alright, I'm back. Less traffic. I've been driving this thing for a good 10-15 minutes, and so far it's shifting still like it's supposed to. What I'm gonna have to do, I am probably going to, I don't know if it got antifreeze in there. I don't know how much antifreeze it has in there. Drop the drain plug in here and see what it looks like. Then I would probably put a cooler on, aftermarket cooler. So, I mean, if it didn't completely damage, maybe I haven't damaged it yet. It's shifting fine, but if more antifreeze get in there, you know, potentially, there's no potentially about it. It will be a problem. So, it's a 2008 Honda Pilot, and what am I going to do here? I don't think I can get off right there. Should have got off right there. It's my fault. Oh yeah, I think I can get off. Yeah, I can. Okay, I'm gonna put that wire back, drive it with the regular wire on, and see how it works. See, if it works with the other wire on, with the original wire that's in the wire harness, then you get an understanding how come even clicking that solenoid, even that I was clicking it, the computer, I said, didn't like something about it. Okay, something about it didn't like, because it didn't turn this new one on. It didn't put a code on for this one. So something about that old one it just didn't like, you know. So you probably could have ohms tested, we battery tested, didn't mean a thing. Change that solenoid, you know, especially if it's hard to get to, like what it's, you know, doing now. Change that thing and be done with it, and then move on from there, because anything else, if it's not the problem, anything else is going to be harder anyway, or easier, depending on how you think of it. Let me get back to the shop here.